Success is not something you pursue directly. Success is something you attract by becoming the kind of person who is worthy of it. And I want you to really let that sink in, because the world does not hand out greatness at random. It responds to who you are. It responds to your character, your discipline, your mindset, your daily habits. And here's the hook: if you want more, you must first become more. If you want change, you must first change. If you want success, you must first grow into the person who can handle success. And this is where so many people get it wrong. They chase, they run, they grab, but they forget that success is never pursued. It is attracted, and you attract it by working harder on yourself than you do on your job. And I say that with urgency, because until you see the connection between your inner growth and your outer results, you'll keep running in circles, wondering why nothing sticks. And here's the loop: success is not something you find. It is something you create. Success is not something outside of you. It is something built inside of you. Success is not an event. It is a lifestyle. And if you don't work on your foundation, the building will collapse. So ask yourself right now, who am I becoming? Am I becoming more disciplined, more focused, more committed, more valuable? Because life does not give you what you want, and gives you what you deserve, and you deserve it by becoming the person who matches the results you desire. And here is the connection point. Think about the law of the harvest. You cannot harvest in the fall unless you have planted in the spring, and you cannot plant in the spring unless you have prepared the soil, and you cannot prepare the soil unless you have first disciplined yourself to get out there and work the ground. It all begins with you. It all begins inside. And too many want the harvest without the planting, the rewards without the labor, the success without the sacrifice. But the law is fixed. The law is certain. You will always reap what you sow, and you will always reap after you sow, and you will always reap more than you sow. So imagine what happens when you start sowing into yourself, into your growth, into your mind, into your habits, into your skills, into your character, because what you become determines what you attract. And here's the secondary hook: don't wish it were easier, wish you were better. Don't wish for less problems, wish for more skills. Don't wish for less challenge, wish for more wisdom, because success is not in the wishing. It is in the becoming, and every day is an opportunity to become a little more, to grow a little stronger, to discipline yourself a little deeper. And I want to loop it again so you don't miss it. Success is attracted, not pursued. So if you feel like you've been chasing success, stop the chase and start the change. Stop the running and start the becoming. Stop the desperate search and start the intentional growth. Because the moment you shift your focus from chasing to becoming, everything changes. Opportunities show up, doors open, people take notice, resources flow. But it only happens when you match who you are with what you desire. And that's why the call to action is simple but powerful. Start working on yourself today. Start investing in your growth today. Start building disciplines today. Read the books, sharpen the skills, refine your character, because as you become more, you will attract more. And one day you'll look around and realize success was not hiding from you. Success was waiting for you to rise to its level, and you will smile because you will know you have become the kind of person who attracts success. And now let us go deeper into this idea, because if success is something you attract, then the greatest question you can ask yourself each day is not, what do I want, but who am I becoming? Because the quality of your becoming shapes the quality of your results. And I want you to feel the weight of that, because so many are busy chasing the things, the titles, the trophies, the applause, but few are stopping long enough to ask, am I the kind of person who can sustain it? Am I the kind of person who deserves it? Am I the kind of person who attracts it naturally? And here is the loop. Remember again, success is something you attract by the person you become. And if you want more, you must first become more. If you want greater results, you must become a greater person. And that is the connection point between inner growth and outer achievement, between personal development and professional success, because life always pays you according to the value you bring, and value comes from skills, from wisdom, from discipline, from character, from persistence, and these are things you must build deliberately, brick by brick, choice by choice, day by day. So let's make it practical. What do you do to become the person who attracts success? You read daily. You study constantly. You practice discipline even when no one is watching. You rise early. You plan carefully. You keep promises to yourself, because self-respect is the seed of confidence, and confidence is the magnet of opportunity. And here's the secondary hook. You don't get paid for the hour. You get paid for the value you bring to the hour. So if you want to earn more, don't beg for more money. Work to become more valuable. Sharpen your mind. Sharpen your communication. Sharpen your leadership. Sharpen your ability to solve problems, because the market does not respond to your wishes. It responds to your value. And your value is determined by who you become. And let me loop it again so it stays with you. Don't chase the money. Don't chase the applause. Don't chase the recognition. Chase becoming, chase growth. Chase the disciplines that make you strong. Chase the knowledge that makes you wise. Chase the actions that make you consistent, because all of those things will attract the rest. And here is the connection point. Think about a garden. You cannot demand fruit from the soil. You cannot shout at it or wish it into existence. You must plant, you must water, you must weed, you must nurture, and in time, the soil gives back to you, multiplied, pressed down, shaken together, and running over, and your life is the same. It does not respond to demands, it responds to discipline. It does not respond to wishes, it responds to work. It does not respond to impatience, it responds to persistence. So my friend, take the call to action seriously. Do not wish for things to change while you remain the same. Instead, say to yourself, I will change, I will grow, I will become. Because as you become more, the world cannot help but give you more. Opportunities will notice you. People will respect you. Success will find you, because it always finds the person who has prepared for it. And the truth is, success is not hiding. It is waiting, waiting for you to catch up, waiting for you to rise to its level, waiting for you to demonstrate that you are ready. And the readiness is in the becoming. So let me challenge you again. Every morning, ask yourself, who am I becoming? And every evening, ask yourself, what did I do today to grow? Because those simple questions will keep you on the path of discipline. And that path, though it may feel slow, though it may feel ordinary, will lead you to extraordinary results. And one day, when others call you lucky, you will smile and know it wasn't luck at all. It was simply that you became the person who attracts success. And now, let us take another step forward, because once you understand that success is attracted and not chased, the next question is, how do you align yourself with the kind of success you want? And the answer is found in character, in discipline, in consistency, in who you are when no one is watching, because you don't build a reputation in public, you build it in private. You don't attract success by pretending to be something on the outside. You attract success by becoming something on the inside. And here is the loop. Success is not an event, it is a process. Success is not a destination, it is a journey. Success is not what you get, it is who you become along the way. And if you miss that, you will always feel empty, always feel restless, always feel like success is slipping through your fingers. because you were chasing the results without building the roots. And here is the connection point. Think about the oak tree. It grows strong because its roots go deep, and the deeper the roots, the higher the branches can climb. So if you want to grow tall, if you want to reach far, you must first go deep, deep into personal growth, deep into discipline, deep into building your foundation, because without strong roots, the first storm will knock you down. But with strong roots, you can withstand the storms and still keep rising. And here is the secondary hook. Life does not get easier, you get stronger. Life does not reduce its challenges, you increase your skills. Life does not remove the obstacles, you sharpen your mindset. And every challenge you face is an invitation to become more, because when you become more, you attract more. So don't run from the challenges, don't complain about the struggles, don't wish them away, embrace them, because each struggle is shaping you into the person worthy of success. And let me loop it again. Success is attracted by the person you become, not by the shortcuts you take, not by the excuses you make, not by the blame you give away. It comes when you step up and say, I will do the work, I will build the discipline, I will become the kind of person success cannot ignore. And here is the call to action. Stop chasing, stop waiting, stop postponing, and start becoming. Become more valuable, become more disciplined, become more intentional, because success is waiting on the other side of your growth. And if you will commit to the process, if you will commit to the daily disciplines, if you will commit to the character building, then soon enough you will look up and realize you are no longer chasing success. You are attracting it, because you have become the kind of person who deserves it, the kind of person who can handle it, the kind of person who will multiply it. And that, my friend, is the ultimate reward of growth. To become someone who doesn't just achieve success, but sustains it, expands it, and uses it to inspire others to do the same. So the challenge is clear, the opportunity is clear, the path is clear. Work harder on yourself than you do on anything else, because the person you become is the magnet that attracts every good thing you desire. And so we continue, because if becoming is the key, then the question becomes, how do you keep becoming? How do you keep growing? How do you keep expanding until success has no choice but to find you? And the answer lies in daily disciplines, the small, consistent acts that compound over time, because success is not built in a day, it is built daily. Success is not created in one giant leap, it is created in 1,000 small steps. And here is the loop. Don't underestimate the power of what you do today. Don't despise the small things. Don't overlook the ordinary habits, because ordinary habits practiced consistently create extraordinary lives. And here is the connection point. Think about the gym. You don't get strong from lifting weights one time. You get strong from lifting them repeatedly, day after day, session after session. And the same law applies to your mind, to your character, to your skills, and to your success. It is not the intensity of one day that matters. It is the consistency of every day. And here is the secondary hook. Discipline weighs ounces, regret weighs tons. Discipline may feel heavy in the moment, but regret will crush you for a lifetime. So choose discipline. Choose the pain of discipline over the pain of regret, because one builds your future and the other steals it. And let me loop it again so you never forget. Success is not pursued, success is attracted. And you attract it by what you do daily, by the person you become daily, by the character you build daily. So when you wake up tomorrow, don't wait for motivation. Don't wait for inspiration. Set your disciplines in motion, because motivation comes and goes, but discipline stays. Motivation is a spark, but discipline is the fire. And if you will build the fire of discipline, success will always be drawn to its light. And here is the call to action. Begin now, begin today. Begin where you are. Choose one habit, one discipline, one action that aligns with the person you want to become, and do it without delay. Because waiting is the enemy of progress, hesitation is the thief of destiny, and procrastination is the silent killer of dreams. So act now, act with urgency, act with conviction, because the future you want will only belong to the person you are willing to become. And each day is a chance to prove it. Each day is a chance to show up. Each day is a chance to demonstrate to yourself and to the world that you are serious, that you are committed, that you are becoming. And when you string enough of those days together, when you add up the small disciplines, when you multiply the simple efforts, you will see that success was never hiding. It was simply waiting for you to be ready, waiting for you to grow, waiting for you to transform into the person who could handle it, protect it, multiply it, and share it. And that is the essence of this journey. Not just to achieve success, but to become the kind of person who can keep it, use it, and pass it on as a legacy. So let me challenge you once more. Stop asking, what do I need to get? And start asking, who do I need to become? Because when you become, the getting takes care of itself. When you grow, the results follow. When you build, the rewards come. And all of it begins with a decision, a discipline, a choice to take control of this day, this moment, this opportunity to become more. And now let us press even further, because the secret is not only in starting the journey of becoming, but in staying on it long enough for the rewards to reveal themselves. And this is where most people stumble. They begin with excitement, they begin with passion, they begin with good intentions, but somewhere along the way, the discipline fades, the enthusiasm drops, the distractions increase, and they forget that consistency is the bridge between where they are and where they want to be. And here is the loop. Success is attracted not by what you do occasionally, but by what you do consistently, not by the effort you make once in a while, but by the habits you build every single day. So the question is not, can you start? The question is, can you stay? Can you keep showing up? Can you keep doing the work when it is no longer exciting, when it is no longer new, when it is no longer easy? And here is the connection point. Think of the farmer again. He does not plant the seed today and reap the harvest tomorrow. He plants, he waters, he weeds, he waits. And only after weeks and months of patient effort does the harvest appear. And your life is the same. Success is the harvest of consistent effort. And if you quit in the waiting, you never see the reward. So here is the secondary hook. The price of discipline is always less than the price of regret, and you will never regret the effort you gave, but you will always regret the opportunities you let slip because you did not stay the course. So let me loop it again. Success is attracted by the person you become, and the person you become is shaped by the habits you repeat, by the consistency you maintain, by the effort you continue when others give up. And here is the call to action. Make a promise to yourself that you will not only start, but you will stay. You will stay with the plan, stay with the vision, stay with the discipline until success has no choice but to appear. And remember this truth: life responds to persistence. Opportunities reveal themselves to the one who refuses to quit. Doors open to the one who keeps knocking. Rewards come to the one who keeps working. So don't stop, don't quit, don't surrender, stay. Because the person who stays becomes the person who attracts success. And when you build this identity, when you see yourself as the one who stays, the one who persists, the one who endures, then you become unstoppable. Because storms may come, setbacks may arrive, disappointments may shake you, but they cannot destroy you, because your foundation is in becoming, and becoming is not fragile, becoming is resilient, becoming is unshakable. Becoming is permanent, so let me remind you again, do not wish for success to come faster, wish instead to become stronger. Because when you are strong, you can wait. When you are disciplined, you can persist. When you are consistent, you can endure. And when you endure, you attract every good thing life has been holding for you. So today, my friend, take this as your charge. Stay the course, hold the vision, build the habits, live the disciplines, and you will discover that the longer you stay, the greater you become, and the greater you become, the greater the success you attract, and that is the great equation of life. The promise that if you become, you will attract. If you persist, you will succeed, and if you stay, you will win. And so we continue, because once you understand the importance of staying the course, the next level of becoming is learning to expand, to stretch, to grow beyond the limits you thought defined you. Because success does not live inside your comfort zone. Success waits outside the boundaries of the familiar. Success calls you into the unknown, into the uncertain, into the challenging. And here is the loop. You will never attract the success you dream of while staying the same. You must stretch to new heights. You must reach for new disciplines. You must grow into new habits, and though it may feel uncomfortable, that discomfort is the proof that you are growing. That discomfort is the evidence that you are becoming. And here is the connection point. Think about a muscle. It only grows when it is challenged, when it is stretched, when it is pushed beyond what it has done before. And so it is with your mind, with your spirit, with your character. They only grow when you step into situations that test you, that stretch you, that demand more from you. And here is the secondary hook. Don't fear the challenge. Don't avoid the struggle. Don't run from the resistance, because the resistance is the very thing that shapes you into the person who attracts success. So instead of saying, why me? Start saying, try me. Instead of saying, I can't, start asking, how can I? Instead of shrinking back, start leaning forward. And let me loop it again so it is carved into your thinking. Success is not attracted to weakness. It is attracted to strength. Success is not attracted to comfort. It is attracted to courage. Success is not attracted to excuses. It is attracted to execution. So if you want more, you must demand more of yourself. And here is the call to action. Each day, do something that stretches you, something that challenges you, something that pushes you beyond what you thought possible. Because every time you step beyond the line of comfort, you expand your capacity. And when you expand your capacity, you expand your ability to attract success. So don't stay small. Don't settle for average. Don't hide in the familiar. Step into the stretch. Lean into the unknown. Grow into the uncomfortable, because that is where your future is waiting. And let me remind you again, life does not give you what you want. It gives you what you are willing to become. And becoming always requires stretching. So don't wish for it to be easier. Wish instead to be stronger. Don't wish for less problems. Wish for more wisdom. Don't wish for fewer obstacles. Wish for greater skill. Because when you become more, when you stretch yourself, when you grow yourself, you attract not only the success you desire, but the strength to sustain it. And then, my friend, you will look back and realize the discomfort was not the enemy. It was the teacher. The struggle was not the punishment. It was the preparation. The challenge was not the roadblock. It was the doorway. And every time you walked through, you became bigger, stronger, wiser, better. And now success cannot help but find you, because you have become the kind of person it is drawn to. So today the challenge is clear. Step out, stretch, grow, and never settle, because the comfort zone may feel safe, but it will never deliver success. Only growth will, and growth always lies just beyond your comfort. And now we come to the final step in this journey. the culmination of everything we have said, because at the end of the day, success is not about luck. It is not about chance. It is not about hoping the world treats you kindly. Success is about the deliberate act of becoming disciplined, becoming consistent, becoming courageous, becoming valuable, becoming the kind of person who attracts the life they desire. And here is the loop. Success is something you attract by the person you become. We have said it before, and I will say it again, because it is the law. It is the truth. It is the foundation of everything. And here is the connection point. Think back on all we have covered. We spoke of starting, of staying, of stretching, of becoming, of persisting, of building habits, of planting seeds, of waiting for harvest. And all of it comes back to this one truth. You do not pursue success. You prepare for it. You do not chase it. You create the conditions where it cannot help but come. You do not beg for it. You become the person it is drawn to. And here is the secondary hook. The world does not pay you for your wishes. It pays you for your value. The world does not reward you for your intentions. It rewards you for your execution. The world does not lift you for your excuses. It lifts you for your contributions. And that is why becoming is the highest calling. Because when you become more, you naturally give more, serve more, contribute more, and in return you attract more. And let me loop it again. Don't wish it were easier. Wish you were better. Don't wish for less problems. Wish for more wisdom. Don't wish for fewer challenges. Wish for greater skill. Because every improvement in you attracts an improvement in your results. And here is the call to action from this day forward. Commit to working harder on yourself than you do on your job, harder on yourself than you do on anything else, because your income, your influence, your impact will never exceed your personal growth. So read the books, listen to the ideas, surround yourself with people who challenge you. Take the risks that stretch you, practice the disciplines that shape you, and never stop becoming, because life will always meet you at the level of your preparation, and your preparation is in your becoming. And let me challenge you personally, don't leave this message and do nothing. Act on it today. Choose one thing you will do to become more valuable, one thing you will do to become more disciplined, one thing you will do to become more consistent, because small actions done daily lead to massive transformation. And transformation is the magnet for success. And when you look back a year from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now, you will realize that everything you achieved was not because you got lucky, but because you became disciplined, you became courageous, you became valuable, you became persistent, you became the person who attracts success. And that, my friend, is the great secret of life, that the greatest investment you will ever make is in yourself, and the greatest reward you will ever hold is the life that is attracted to the person you chose to become. So let me leave you with this one final thought. Success is not something you wait for. It is something you prepare for. It is not something you chase. It is something you attract. And you will attract it the moment you decide to commit to becoming the very best version of yourself. So take this as your invitation, your challenge, your call to action. Go become the person who attracts success, and let the world see the power of what a life of discipline, growth, and persistence can do. My friend, as we close this time together, remember this truth: success is not something you chase. It is something you attract by the person you become. So let this message be more than words. Let it be the spark that moves you into action, because your future is waiting. Your opportunity is waiting. Your best self is waiting. And if this message has spoken to you, don't keep it to yourself, so it stays with you. Subscribe so you never miss the next lesson. Share it with someone who needs this reminder today. And leave a comment about the one action you will take right now to become more, because when you declare it, you strengthen it. When you share it, you multiply it. And when you live it, you attract it. So go now, step into growth, step into discipline, step into becoming, and let your life be the proof that success is always attracted to the person who chooses to rise.